Hello and welcome to Politics and International Relations at the University of Portsmouth. My name is Dr. Aishling McMorrow and I'm Senior Lecturer in International Relations. As part of my role, I also am the Admissions Lead for Politics and International Relations. So if you have any questions about our presentation today or any questions about what you discover in the open day, then please do not hesitate to get in contact with me, and my details are at the bottom of this slide. So what we're going to look at today is kind of some of the unique selling points of what it means to study politics and international relations at Portsmouth. And what I want to introduce to you as people who are already passionate about politics and international relations is how studying with us is different, right? And what are those unique elements of our courses and that extra mile that we go to cater for our students. So we'll talk about studying politics and international relations here at Portsmouth. I'm going to talk about the courses that we offer and how you can study these topics. I'm going to look at our methods of assessments and give you some of the examples that current students have done for their assessments. And then for future inspiration, we're going to look at some of the amazing career paths that our past graduates have undertaken. But to start off with, I just want to talk about what we're interested in politics and international relations. And here on our slides, you can see there's a list of topics. And these topics broadly cover our teaching specialisms and also our research expertise. So if these types of topics and issues speak to you and spark your interest, then international relations and politics at the University of Portsmouth is definitely the right choice for you. So in terms of international events, we look at conflict strategy and military intervention, and we look at conflict in Syria and Iraq, the current crisis in Ukraine, which has been ongoing. And we also talk a lot about security and terrorism, as I know these are really interesting topics for students. We're also really interested in charting changes in the international system. And so we kind of pose questions to our students about the potential rise and fall of China, and the declining or increasing power of the United States in the international system. And we have a lot of debate at the minute about the future American elections. We talk about global protest movements, right, and grassroots movements that impact international relations. And so in that sense, we talk about Extinction Rebellion and the climate crisis. We also look at Me Too in relation to feminism. We have special expertise in global development, poverty alleviation and disaster response. And we look a lot at how NGOs and charities are ensconced in that environment also. And we have special expertise in nuclear tensions and non-proliferation, and we talk a lot with our students about nuclear weapons. And we have clear links with industry and partner institutions, and we often offer our students seminars and workshops on nuclear weapons with senior professionals. And then a little bit closer to home in relation to politics, we question and talk about the future of the UK in relation to the EU, right, and Brexit. We have a lot of interest in ideologies and identity politics and how this links into the future of British political parties and how this plays out through our political parties. We talk about the politics of austerity and how this is often linked to the rise in Euroscepticism. We talk about the rise of the far right and the implications that this has on both a domestic and international level. And we talk about nationalism and we question the future of the British Union. And as I'm sure you all know, this is a hot topic at the minute with Brexit and what it means for the border in Northern Ireland, for example. And then we also have close links with local politics and government. And one of the great things about studying politics and international relations here at Portsmouth is that we have a lot of former colleagues and friends working in government that we put our students in contact with. So we often organise trips to Parliament in London, and then virtually because of coronavirus, we have this semester and next a lot of meetings with existing MPs, commissioners, and other members of the political scene in London to kind of help our students gain an insight in what it is to actually do politics. So, if all of those issues pique your interest, what you can study is a single honours degree in either politics and international relations. So if you find that you're more interested in domestic issues closer to home, then politics is the degree for you. Whereas if you want to focus more on the global system and state actors in general, then I would recommend international relations. However, if you want the best of both worlds, then we also offer a combined honours or mix, which is international relations and politics. And here you can study both elements of the domestic and international. And what we're increasingly seeing as well is a need for a second language in international relations and politics. And so to cater towards that need and to enable our students to gain access to the market, then we offer international relations and languages. And the languages that we offer are French, German, Spanish, Italian, or Mandarin. And the great thing about our degree is that you can enter with no prior knowledge, right? So even if you've never studied these languages before, you can study them alongside your degree. And then as an aside, we also offer pathways. So these are not combined honours, but these are pathways in history and international development that you can pick up in your second and third year, and it's an extra feather in your cap when you enter the workforce. So alongside our courses, what makes Portsmouth unique is that we have the institution-wide language programme. And this is a program that allows you to study a new language alongside your degree, or continue studying a language that you did in secondary school alongside your degree for free. And I think this is one of the most amazing parts of studying politics and international relations at Portsmouth, is that you get to add that skill set alongside your degree for free. And so languages that you're available to study are Arabic, British Sign Language, French, German, Italian, Japanese, Mandarin Chinese, and Spanish. And what we're seeing increasingly is that employers are asking our graduates to have a second and even third language. And so picking up this language for free alongside your degree is a great way to be career ready at the end of your degree. So I just want to talk through some of the potential assessments that you will study or complete, at Portsmouth, and also alongside that, the assessment support that you will have. So what we've implemented is a range of assessments that are designed to enable all students to achieve their best grade, right? We have your typical essays and academic writing, but we understand that this doesn't cater to all skill sets, right? And this does not always favour all students, right? And so what we do is we implement these range of assessments in order to help you achieve your best grade. So we have narrated PowerPoints, which in a time of coronavirus is becoming increasingly important when we're working from home or working from a distance. We have group presentations to help your presentation skills and also your speaking skills. We have your standard academic essay. We have group simulations, like for instance, we do a model United Nations, which helps you with negotiation and diplomacy. We do commentaries where you respond to articles or you respond to political speeches, which helps your critical analysis. Then we do political reports, which mirrors what you will be asked to do in the workplace, for instance. We have your standard exams. We also do infographics or poster presentations where students put together a visual representation of a certain concept or topic that they're studying. And we do group websites as well, right, where we ask students to put together a website that explains a certain concept or issue in politics and international relations. So alongside these assessments, you will also have equal assessment support. And that's one of the main points about Portsmouth, is that we're very hands-on and we work hard to reassure students and help them along their degree. So you have a personal tutor, your own individual personal tutor, who in first year you will meet every single week. And they're your first point of contact for any queries, issues, or problems that you have. Then overseeing all of your personal tutors, you have a year tutor for each year, right? And they are in charge of ensuring that your year in your degree runs as smoothly as possible. We also have learning development tutors who are absolutely fantastic. They help you specifically with your assignments and all the little parts of your assignments, such as analysis or referencing. And the great thing about our learning development tutors is you can book one-on-one appointments with them. They're virtual at the minute, but pre-corona you could meet in person. And our learning development tutors are excellent because you're able to bring a finished assignment to them and go through and proofread the assignment with them. We have a subject librarian who is dedicated to helping students access a wide range of journal articles, books, book chapters, whatever they need in order to carry out their research. We also have the Academic Skills Unit, which offers a range of workshops throughout the years to help students achieve their best grades. We have our Academic Enrichment Programme, which is unique to politics and international relations. And what this is it's a series of workshops, seminars, pop-up events, and simulation exercises that is designed to enhance your learning and to help you kind of further your interest in politics and international relations. And so, like I said previously, we had an amazing presentation last year with the Ministry of Defence about nuclear weapons. We also have journalists come to speak to us about their work in politics and international relations. And we had the NGO Red R UK come and offer us a humanitarian workshop as well, which was hugely popular among students. Then we have dedicated careers and placement advice. So moving forward in your career, we have people in place to help you get employment. And we also have employability workshops, which are designed to make you marketable when you reach the jobs place. And so I just wanted to give you a brief summary of some of the amazing assessments and some of the academic enrichment program events that we have run. So in the top left, you will see a picture of our current level 6 or final year student, Will Buckner. And for one of his modules at second year, he ran a campaign called Stand Up for Our Seniors. And as part of this campaign, which was to promote the mental health of the elderly, he interviewed the Lord Mayor of Portsmouth and produced this documentary with the Lord Mayor on the importance of mental health amongst the elderly. And then in the top right, we have the blog called Period Shaming in the Developing World. And this was by our, again, a current final year student, India Snelling, as part of her module, Gender in the Developing World. And India created this website that details how periods amongst women in the developing world are often shamed to the detriment of women. And this website in particular received a lot of attention, both international and domestic, and was widely celebrated as offering valuable information on a not frequently discussed topic. Then in the bottom right, you can see again another final year student, Meg Picken, and she ran a campaign about Portsmouth against knife crime. Again, a very topical issue, and she was interviewed with Pure FM as part of her campaign. Then in the centre bottom, we have a picture from last year's Model United Nations, which is a simulation that we run. It's very much student-led, and it's to offer students a chance to engage in diplomacy and kind of peacekeeping exercises and to see how the UN actually operates. And then in the bottom left, you can see we have the Red R UK humanitarian workshop. And so we had Joe Serrano come to talk to us on how to become a humanitarian worker. And Joe is a former graduate of Portsmouth. So there was a special link there. And because this event was so popular, we ran a follow-up workshop where selected students were able to become accredited in humanitarian skills, again, which was an invaluable asset for going into the workplace. So some of the examples of our graduates' career paths, just to kind of give you an idea of the jobs that you could go on to and to give you an idea of the great success that we've had here in politics and international relations. So we have a student who graduated in 2006, who is now working for the UN High Commissioner for Refugees in Lebanon. We also have another student who is a director of studies at an English language school in China. We have an associate political affairs officer in counterterrorism, again working at the United Nations. So these are really high-end jobs. Then we have another recent graduate who's a policy advisor to the British Academy, which is a crucial element of the academic regime in the UK. We have risk analysts, we have researchers in the House of Parliament, parliamentary researchers, and we also have information security and risk governance manager here in Hampshire County Council. So as you can see, there's a broad range of career paths open to you when you study politics and international relations. And I think what's most interesting about these few examples is that it just goes to show that these jobs in the UN, the British Academy, in embassies are not beyond your reach, right? They are achievable, and we will help you to achieve those career paths. So finally, I just would like to invite you to keep in touch with us. We have a Twitter page, and we also have a Facebook page where we tweet and post regularly about the events going on in politics and international relations, our research, our teaching specialism, and all the amazing stuff that our current students do. So please make sure to follow us, keep in touch, and hopefully we will see you very soon again. Thank you very much.